Ladies and gentlemen, in the fragrance community, hype moves in very mysterious ways. There's a fragrance that I've heard about, honestly, quite often over the last, I don't know, year or so. And I've even smelled a fragrance, and for some reason, it just kept kind of falling off my radar. But sometimes some of the best things in the world, sometimes we find it hiding right under our noses. I got a story to tell. Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? I'm the BowTie Fragrance Guy. On this channel, we primarily talk about fragrances, of course, but I also like to throw in a little bit of style and grooming tips as well. When you go outside every day and you're smelling great, you might as well look great as well. So that's why I like to throw in a little bit of content about, not only how you smell, but how you look. So if you're into that, make sure you hit subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications as well. So that way, anytime a new video gets uploaded on my channel, you get notified. On today's video, guys, I'm going to be talking about a fragrance from the brand of exnihilo called Blue Talisman. Blue Talisman. Yes, I have been hearing about this fragrance for quite some time. I actually put my nose on it before. I want to say maybe 6 months ago, I was in Neiman Marcus and I was smelling a whole bunch of stuff. All right. And yes, I smelled coffee beans in between of smelling a few different fragrances. I know how the game goes. So I know how to conduct myself when smelling a lot of different fragrances, but I will say this, your nose and your senses can be definitely affected in a negative way by smelling too many fragrances in a small period of time. And I recall smelling Blue Talisman and saying, it's okay. All right. That was my initial reaction because, again, I had smelled like, 20 other fragrances that day as well. And when I got this sample in, I sprayed it on my skin and I said, whoa, wait a minute. I think we got something here. So I'm going to share my more thoughts about this fragrance in just a few moments. I want to run the intro. When we come back, if you want to hear my thoughts on it, then you know the routine. Keep it locked right here. Let's get it.
The BowTie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's jump right into this video. So like I said, there's been a lot of hype for this fragrance, and I wanted to know, was the hype real? So when Scentbird reached out to me, by the way, thank you, Scentbird, for sponsoring today's video, about, getting some fragrances to try to sample, I said, you know what, let me go back to Blue Talisman and review that fragrance because I really wanted to experience it. Again, last time I was in Neiman Marcus, I saw somebody that I knew and he had came in looking for it. So I was like, I need to go back and revisit it. And at the time, that particular time, they were out of it. So I couldn't put my nose back on it that day to make a decision or determination. So this was a perfect opportunity for me to experience this fragrance. And guys, if you've never shot with Scentbird before, you get, it comes in a little bag like this. But it is 8 ml of fragrance, which should last you about a month unless you are an extreme savage and oversprayer. They kind of got it down to a science. There's 8 ml in here. They said they give you 120 sprays. So do the math, 4 or 5 sprays. It almost gets you through an entire month. But I like it because it comes in a nice little atomizer like this with a little locking mechanism right here. And you just slide it to the side and then you open it, and then here comes your fragrance. Exnihilo from Blue Talisman. Blue Talisman from the brand of exnihilo. So here it is. Again, this is 8 ml worth of fragrance. And guys, I just got to tell you, I sprayed this fragrance, right? So all the fragrances I got in the sample, in the box this month, I sprayed this. And I sprayed all the other ones as well. Another one that I really loved as well was this one by Chris Collins. And this one came in a little orange atomizer here. It says Scentbird on the front right here. And like I said, this one was nice as well. This is called Lust by Chris Collins. I'm going to get back to Blue Talisman in just a second, but this is another fragrance that I'm going to get a full bottle of This one has dark chocolate, hazelnut, orris, oud, and sandalwood. You actually get a little card like this that kind of tells you what are the main notes in the fragrance. Lust by Chris Collins. I'm definitely getting a full bottle of that one as well. I actually got that one in my box this month. But Blue Talisman. So I sprayed all these fragrances. There are about 4 total that I got. And so I'm just kind of sitting there watching the game. And this fragrance pulled a Pookie from New Jack City on me. It just kept calling me and calling me and calling me. And that is the beauty to me sometimes of being able to maybe get a sample and experience a fragrance, because you really get a chance to wear it. Because when you spray a fragrance, one of the biggest disservices you can do to yourself is just spraying it on a test strip. I have learned that, of course, over the course of time. You're going to get different notes and it's going to come off differently on your skin than it does on a test strip. Certain notes are enhanced when you spray it on your skin that you just don't pick up on a test strip oftentimes. And that was definitely the case with this. When I sprayed this on a test strip in the store, although I had smelled a lot of other stuff, I just completely did myself a disservice because I was not able to get the full essence of what this fragrance was. And when it hit my skin and I'm sitting there watching the game, I said to myself, I must have a full bottle of this. In full transparency, is it anything super creative or super, like complex? It's none of those things. But at the core of it, this is about what fragrances are about at its core. It just freaking smells fantastic. And when I was sitting there, I immediately went online and bought myself a full bottle of this stuff, which I actually now do have a full bottle of Blue Talisman. Okay, I have a full bottle now because I had to have a full bottle of this stuff after I got this sample and I sprayed it on my skin and it had a chance to really kind of cook on my skin, and I was able to pick up the full essence of what this is. It is a beautiful blue fragrance, as the name indicates. It has this, what I'm noticing a lot of companies now using this ambrofix in their fragrances. It's kind of like a combination of ISOE Super and Amber. So it really gives great projection to the fragrance. So it has that in here, but it has some orange blossom, it has some pear in here, which is a very much a standout note. So it kind of comes off smelling like this nice blue, aquatic, fresh fragrance with a little hint of florals and spices. And it's just, again, there's no way for me to describe it other than it smells fantastic. I have worn this fragrance. I have gotten several compliments when wearing this fragrance. So again, I think at the end of the day, it was a great buy for me. And I had a chance, like I said, to sample this over at Scentberg, man. So if you guys want to check out Scentberg, make sure you do so. Use the code BowTie2. That's BowTie2. Use that code and you'll be able to save up to 55% off of your first box. And then from there on, it'll be about $17 per month. But it gives you a chance to sample a fragrance. Again, it lasts you for about a month if you're not a habitual oversprayer, and really give you a chance to experience the fragrance to see if you're like me, if you got a chance to put it on your skin and wear it. If you do want to invest into a full bottle, they have over 900 fragrances, designer and niche. All right. So you have a chance to really experience. Now, me personally, as far as sampling stuff, I prefer a lot of times when I do sample, most of the time it's niche because they're more expensive and they're not as accessible. Most of the designer fragrances I can walk into my local dealers, whatever the case may be, and grab those fragrances or really smell them. But I'm not always able to do that with niche. So it's a great opportunity to sample a fragrance, really experience it for about a month. Again, 8 mLs, 120 sprays, to really make an informed decision about whether or not it's something that, you want to invest, a full bottle in. If you do, I'll make sure I'll link it down below. Click on the link again. Make sure you use the code BowTie2. You'll be able to save 55% off of that first month. Try out a fragrance, man. Give this one a try. If you haven't tried Blue Talisman, or like I said, Lust from Chris Collins, which is another one that I tried that I really love, try a fragrance out, man. Experience it and see if it's something that you would like to invest in. But I would definitely say, based on the hype on this one, the hype is definitely real. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for tuning in to this video and checking me out. As always, I sincerely appreciate you guys' time and attention to these videos. You don't have to watch, but you do, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget to take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe. Please make sure you're sharing these videos out to some other folks that you think could use the information or find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darren. I'm the BowTie fragrance guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell fantastic. So until next time, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.